My favourite times of the month are when I collect my passive income. This is money I receive for doing absolutely nothing. July tends to be one of the worst months, but this time my premium bond win was one of my highest to date. With premium bonds, the return rate has recently increased to 1.4%. There is one draw a month and you can invest up to £50,000 in total. There is easy access to your money and it can be a fun and exciting way to save, and there is always a chance to win $1 million. All your winnings are tax-free, your capital is safe at all times, but don't expect regular payouts and you certainly won't beat inflation. So in the July premium bond draw, I managed to win a total of £100 in prizes. The rate increased to 1.4% in June, where I won £25. As you have just seen, I won £100 in July, and the August draw has already finished, so I can now reveal I won £50 this August. That's £175 in total, which is equivalent to £700 across a year. And as I've got the full amount invested, this is exactly equal to 1.4%. A word of caution here, I'm only basing this on the last 3 months since the rate changed, which is not very scientific at all. But it may give you a rough idea of what to expect with an actual real-life example. Now, as I mentioned before, I only use premium bonds as an emergency cash reserve. This is not financial advice, I'm only showing you my own journey. For investing, I have separate backup funds to take advantage of market dips. First of all is my stockbroker account, where at the moment I have £3,000 in cash from recent dividends and sales. In my national savings account, I currently have a cash buffer of £10,000. I invest on a regular basis, whatever the market conditions, but if I see sudden big falls in either individual companies or indices, then I can tap into these extra funds and take advantage immediately. Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all time, always has at least $20 billion to snap up bargains in quality companies when they emerge. Now back to the dividend unboxing, and this July I received some passive income from the Renewable Infrastructure Group. This FTSE 250 company specialises in renewable energy. It owns a wide and growing portfolio of wind farms, solar assets and energy storage technologies. The share price is up 2.2% this year, they pay a quarterly dividend and the yield is currently 4.9%. This month the Renewable Infrastructure Group paid me a dividend of £45. Also this month I received a cash present from GSK. The shares are up 3.9% this year and they pay quarterly dividends. The yield is 3.3%. This month GSK paid me a total of £165. The green bars on this graph show my dividends each month from last year, and the blue bars show what I've received this year so far. My total for July was actually less than last year. This can happen, but the general trend is upwards. Take a look at this graph and you will see the power of compounding since I started my journey. The bars represent the average dividend per month. You can see the effect of COVID in 2020 and how quickly it recovered. And because I use a stocks and shares ISA, all my dividends are tax-free. And now for the FTSE 100 ex-dividend dates for August. 7 companies went ex-div on August the 4th. If you held the shares before this date, then you will receive the dividend which will be paid to you on the payment date. As an example, BT Group went ex-div on the 4th of August, and if you held the shares before this date, you would expect to be paid 5.39 pence for every share held, and this would be paid to you on the payment date, which is the 12th of September. Unilever and Lloyds also go ex-div on the same date, and I hold both of these companies. 11 companies go ex-div on the 11th of August, and of these I hold Rio, Shell, Barclays, AstraZeneca and BP. 5 companies go ex-div on the 25th, and I hold shares in Diageo. This screen shows all the payment dates for the FTSE 100 in August. I'll be expecting payments from United Utilities, British American Tobacco and National Grid. And just for interest, here are the highest yields in the FTSE 100. Persimmon remains at the top with a yield of nearly 13%, followed by Rio Tinto at 11.6%. There is always a danger, however, that high yielders could cut their dividends. When a company announces a dividend cut, this can often worry shareholders, which then causes a drop in the share price as well. My portfolio has an average yield of 4%, which is just above the FTSE 100 of 3.7%. If you found this video useful, then please hit the like button. See you next time and happy investing.